Think back to a time when you opened your closet, and I'm sure you got a lot of clothes in there. You opened your closet looking for the perfect outfit for whatever your outing was, and you couldn't find the exact outfit you wanted, like the perfect outfit. Now, it might seem like the answer is to go buy a bajillion pieces of clothing and spend your entire bank account, but that is unsustainable and that will never work. So today, we're gonna be going over how to improve our closet. And trust me, I had a lot of improvement. I grew up wearing the skinniest jeans you could ever imagine and the corniest dad joke shirt from the day I was born until I want to say grade 7 or 8. So today we're going to talk about how impactful fashion can be to your identity formation and self-expression. We are definitely going to talk about how to build your personalized sense of fashion. This is based on my opinion, the top 3 worst fashion trends recently. And finishing off, I'm going to put you on my 3 favorite clothing stores. Wait to see.
What's up, crew?
Well, in my opinion, boy with the hell boy, you need to ask yourself, why aren't you? Kind of controversial, but I don't think we should. I just broke down crying. You're listening to Free to Grow with Jerome Mbaga. New episode every Thursday.
Hey crew, welcome back. It's another Thursday. You're listening to episode 9, Upping Up Your Fashion Game. I hope you guys like the little intro I put in there. I spent so long on that. I spent it's really short, but I'm learning how to use all my editing softwares and stuff, so that was definitely a mission. It took 8 hours. It should not have though. I'm trying to, up the podcast quality a little bit. Just the same way we're going to be upping our fashion game today. And I felt I really wanted to talk about this because recently I did a little day trip with my group of friends, and we went thrifting. And I personally love thrifting. I got more into it over the last year. And it was a lot of fun. I got this blue shirt, which I really like. I've been wanting a kind of shirt that's like this for a really long time. I definitely had these kinds of shirts growing up, but it wasn't the right time. You know what I mean? You always see these kind of shirts and it's some cool person wearing a white long sleeve shirt underneath it or something like that, and sometimes girls put on baby tees underneath it. So yeah, I'm really happy I got to this point. I hope you guys have had a really, really, really good week. I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode. There was definitely a ton of listens on that one. It's about Charlie Kirk. If you haven't listened to it yet, maybe go give it a listen. If that's too serious for you, come listen to this one, because that's why I wanted to make something a bit more chill. So anyways, I think talking about fashion is obviously very important because it's the first way that the world sees us. If I see you, if you're a random person and I know you, maybe I don't know you, if I see you in a library or just walking on the street, one of my first judgments of you is probably going to be about what you're wearing. Now, I'm not saying that we should assume every single thing about a person based off of the outfit they're wearing at that certain moment. No, I'm just saying, especially when it's more specific outfits that are really in a, I don't really know what the word is for it, but genre of clothing. I don't really know what the word for that is. But yeah, anyways, whenever it's a specific style, it is a judgment. You're oh, this person is a bit more wild and free, or maybe this person's a bit more conservative, and that can speak on your values as a person and how you want the world to present you. Because every day, when you wake up in the morning, leave your bed, brush your teeth or whatever, you have an opportunity to redefine how the world sees you based on your outfit. You can go out in pajamas looking all ratty, and you know what? I think that's so cool because that just shows that, one, either you woke up too late and you're up to something, but 2, the way I see it is you probably want to be dressing better right now, but it's not that deep to you, you're cool, you're casual with it, so I respect it. And so we're going to be talking about how to grab a hold of that opportunity we are presented with every single morning. And the beautiful part about this opportunity is that it really is not specific to any one category of person at all. It does not matter how old you are, where you are in the world, your gender, your orientation, financial status, it does not matter. I definitely will say that the more money you have, the better your fashion sense could be. Not is, like, will be. But there are just some really cool fashion pieces that are really expensive. That's just the way it is. So, womp womp. But I will also be talking a bit here on how you can up your closet without spending your entire bank account. Because I've been a victim of that, and I'm sure you might have been at some point. And third, speaking on it, fashion's impact is, and I have a story for this one, is whenever we want to redefine ourselves, and it doesn't have to be a total rebrand. It could just be for that day, or maybe you're dressing up to impress your group of friends for like a specific setting or a date or just an interview. You know, you're dressing up to redefine yourself in some extent. Fashion is usually the first things we turn to, you know? Like, if let's say for example, I made a new group of friends and I think they're really cool, and then we made plans to, I don't know, go to the mall or something. Let's say we made plans to go to the mall. There's not that much I can do in order for them to think I'm cool. Also, don't be a people pleaser, but it's also important to like feel comfortable in your own clothes and think you're cool, because why not? Anyways, one of the first things I will do is go to the closet and try and put a good outfit on. So let me bring us back all the way to when I transferred to my high school. My high school was also a middle school though. It starts in grade 7 and it goes to grade 12. So when I moved to, backtrack. I went to an elementary school. This elementary school had a uniform. It was, I believe, gray pants and a navy shirt? No, navy pants and a white shirt. I think. I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. But anyways, from kindergarten to grade 6, I was wearing that uniform every single day. I'd wear it on the subway to school. I'd wear it on the way back. I'd get home around like 5, because it was like an hour away from where I grew up. Get home around 5, change into some lazy pajamas. That was it. So you can imagine there was not much room for fashion growth because there was not a need to do that, because I was just like in my uniform and then at home. And I also was not doing the shopping for myself, obviously, because I was a young child. But I was also I didn't go shopping. I would take clothes from my brothers, because they're a lot older than me. One of my brothers is 6 years older than me, and the other one is 8 years older than me. So I was, I could never say I needed to go buy clothes because I was never short of clothes. And so I was just never put in a situation where I needed to go decide what clothes I wanted to wear. I was getting clothes from my brothers. I was wearing uniform 90% of the time. I wasn't going out that much, if like at all. So there was no need to. I was not put in that situation to. And then when I moved to my other school, it's called St. Michael's College School, from grade 7 to grade 12, I was also in a uniform. This time it was dress pants, a blazer, and a white shirt and tie. You know, I'm all dressed up. So maybe I was learning to be a little bit more sophisticated, but again, not a fashion game. So when I did start hanging out with friends outside of school, that's when I really started. I started going over to people's houses. I started thinking, okay, wait, what do I want to wear after school? And so I do remember this one day where I was like, I was gonna go have a sleepover at one of my friend's house over the weekend. It was near Halloween. And actually, no, it wasn't. I don't know where it was. Anyways, I grabbed these jeans. Oh my gosh, this is treacherous, guys. Keep in mind, at this point in time, I was also still more or less bald. Not like I have a condition or anything, but I wasn't allowed to grow out my hair when I was younger, so I just get like shaved off all the time. So imagine me, I was like this chubby, bald kid wearing like really, really, really tight jeans, like really tight. And this might sound weird, but like, who cares? I have like, I feel like I have a much bigger like bum on average than compared to other boys. And I was aware of that from a young age, and I was like more self-conscious about it too. And so I was wearing like knee tight, like it was they were skinny jeans. They honestly might have been female jeans too, because I also have two older sisters, and I feel like clothes were just getting like mixed and jumbled in there. And yeah, African parents aren't necessarily the most attentive to how they're dressing you up in a cool manner, but so that was oh my god, that was bad. I was wearing these really, really, really tight skinny jeans, and then an oversized like white t-shirt. I didn't mean for it to be oversized. It was just oversized. Like the arm flaps were really hanging baggy, and it was just like weird. You could see everything like poking out, and it was poking out, and it was just like. So I remember going to my friend's house, and there were three other guys there, and they just started laughing at me. They were like, "Dude, what in the world are you wearing? Like, how did you get on the subway looking like this?" And I was really sad. I was obviously very sad because I I didn't even think about what I was wearing. I just threw on what I would wear. So that was a very big wake up call. I just remember being so self conscious about it, because like then I never really thought about my outfit. But then I was like, what? Like I'm just wearing what I usually wear. And then I walked to the mirror, and I was like, okay, wait a minute, okay, wait, I might see what they're saying. And that was definitely my fashion game wake up call. And so I started building a sense of style from there. Ever since that day, actually. Well, not ever since that day, but starting that day, I vowed to myself I was never going to wear jeans again. Because from my perspective, jeans were the problem. So I did not touch jeans ever again. I refused to wear them. I would just wear like sweatpants. And that's pretty much it. Um, and that was me upping my fashion game, if you will. Another thing, a lot of my clothes never like fit to size. They were like either too small or too big, or even if they were the right size, they just weren't like you know what I mean? Like they weren't like the fit. You know, like you can have like a nice pair of sweatpants that fit like nice, and you can go out in them. But the sweatpants I was wearing, they were more like going to bed sweatpants. They were like really big, and like they fit me, like they fit the length of my legs and my waist. It's just that they were like very bulky. And same with the sweaters, they were just like very loose and everywhere. Same with the t-shirts, they didn't like you know what I mean? So that was my wake up call. And so I did not wear jeans again until I met my girlfriend. We met in the summer, and then on our first date back in the city, because we met at a camp, our first date back in the city, that would be 2 years ago. Exactly 2 years ago this time, probably. Our 2 year anniversary is tomorrow, by the way. But anyways, she was like, okay, we're gonna go thrifting. And I was like, thrifting? What the hell is she talking about? Thrifting. I just didn't know what thrifting was really. Well, like I did. I fully did, because my brothers and sisters, like we all got our clothes from Valley Village, not like because we're thrifting, but because we're just getting clothes. But I never thought of it as like a recreational, cool person thing to do. So anyways, we went, and I was like, okay, but I'm not trying jeans. I'm not. And she was like, no, trust me. And then I folded because I liked her a lot. And then I got these, just a normal, like light blue, I guess you could call them straight-legged, I think. Like they're a little bit baggy, but they're not like baggy jeans. But they're just like a good, solid pair of jeans. And I was like, okay, wait, this is kind of fire. And then I wore them like every single day. I started like liking jeans a lot. I picked up these pair of jeans when I went to Edmonton this one time. I went to Zara, and there were these like orange colored jeans and brown colored jeans. And I remember wearing them, and every single time I wore them, people thought I was really cool, and I was like, yes, score. So ever since that time, I've just been slowly building the collection. Not giving too much thought to it because I just didn't want to spend my money on that at the time. But now that I'm at university, I have a bit more freedom with my time and my money. I also have to save a lot of money, but anyways, you get the point. It's time to build a closet. So here we are, me talking to you, and we are going to build the closet together. So continuing on that sense, we're going to move into building a sense of fashion for you. Go-to, literally my go-to move, my number one piece of advice. Also, I say this as a person that's also in the midst of building a fashion sense. Like I wouldn't necessarily call myself like a fashion person or like I have a cool closet. I'm definitely on the build on the way there. I will also say, unfortunately, a lot of the clothes I really liked, I bought like a year ago, and I've been growing a lot this year, so they're small now, which is kind of unfortunate. But I do have to go thrifting to get some more jeans and stuff. Anyways, I'm not an expert, but we're gonna go through it together. Thrifting. You need to go thrifting. If you do not go thrifting, I don't know what you're doing, because literally all the good stuff is there. I promise you. I will also promise you, you will find some of the most bubonic, weird, like t-shirt prints and pants, and it's just like, who in the world would ever wear this? And that will be a lot of the stuff there, to be completely honest. Maybe half. Maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure. Honestly, this is kind of a hot take. I don't know. But I feel like the girls section of thrifting stores, like I just go to Valley Village, I don't really go anywhere else, is a lot bigger and has a lot more like normal stuff. But if you go to the guys section, like if you go to the t-shirt section at Valley Village, sometimes it's just like, wow, someone like sat down and made this shirt. They'll use a free will. What are we doing? Anyways, there is a lot of really good stuff there. You just have to be patient. I would advise going with friends so you don't get too bored. If you're the type of person that like needs to be stimulated all the time, then maybe go with friends or maybe listen to music. But if you want to just like relax and do something for yourself that's a little bit artistic and chill, go thrifting. Throw a pair of earbuds in, earphones in, listen to your music and just scroll. And just be patient. Give everything a chance. Don't delude yourself though, because I think that's where I may have gone a little bit astray when I started thrifting. Because a lot of the time you'll see cool outfits on TikTok, and it's like, let's say there's one fit especially that I think about a lot. It's like someone will usually be wearing like dress pants, but they're not like dress pants that like you see like a banker or something wear, or like at a wedding or something. They're more like those baggy dress pants, wearing like a white dress shirt and then some sort of coat. Sometimes it's like a jean jacket or something, and then a black tie. I've seen many different types of people wear this, no matter the gender or age or anything. It's definitely a lot more for like people who are into fashion that will wear this. But I remember seeing that outfit and I really wanted to wear it. So I went and got a black tie. I couldn't find the exact pants I was looking for, thank the Lord, because that would not have worked. But I bought a couple stuff to try and put the fit together, and it just wouldn't work. And the reason was because I was trying to copy, and be careful when I say this, I was trying to copy a sense of style, not make my own style. And it won't work. It really won't work. There's a lot of fashion pieces that I do want to buy eventually, but I just know I don't have like a good enough closet for them right now. For example, I really want loafers. If you don't know what loafers are, they're the type of shoe. I want black ones. They usually come in like black or maybe like a dark brown. There might be other colors, but that's like the most common. They're kind of like dress shoes, but a bit more bulky, and they have like I don't know how to describe it. Just search for a picture. They're really cool. I really want a pair of loafers. I understand though, with my closet right now, there's no there are no pants I have in my closet that I could wear that would look good with loafers. Like it just wouldn't work. And that's not me overthinking it. It's like I'm not gonna wear sweatpants and loafers. I'm not gonna wear like white gym shorts and loafers. Like it's just not gonna work. There's no point in me putting my money into that, considering I won't be able to use it. And like they're expensive shoes. They're not cheap. You probably could find them for cheap, but I'm not gonna go dropping like $100-$200 on a pair of shoes and then wait and buy the pants. By the time I have the pants and the outfit that could actually somewhat work with it, then the shoes are too small, and it's just like it's a whole thing. So just don't rush into it that much. Whatever your sense of style is, I'm sure you can find a lot of really good stuff at a thrift store. If you're in Canada, and I think also in the States, I don't know, check out Value Village. Value Village is like a really good place to start. I would honestly avoid those like really expensive thrift stores because they're not thrift stores. They brand themselves more like vintage stores. If you see a store that calls themselves like a vintage store, not all the time, but a lot of the times it's gonna be really expensive, like really expensive. The stuff in there will be so cool, like so cool. And by all means, if you have the means to buy it, go buy it and be like fly as hell. But like really expensive because they know it's what people want. But you can find a lot of really good stuff at Value Village or Goodwill or wherever nearby works for you. So yeah, there's a lot of pieces I want to get. Like I want to get like black loafers. I really want to get a leather jacket, not in like a bad boy, but just like I've seen a lot of really cool outfits on TikTok that have leather jackets, and my girlfriend, her fashion sense is super cool. If you're a girl listening to this, go check out her Instagram account because she's super cool. Anyways, she has a leather jacket and it's really cool. So that's something I definitely want to get. I want to get more of these type of shirts. I don't even know what the word for it is. I don't know. I just want to get more of these. I want to get one that's like red and white. If you see the vision, I hope you see the vision that I'm going for here. I want to get... what else do I want to get? I really want to get... Oh, I got a belt recently, which is something I needed. A good quality belt was good. Oh, and yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I really want to get like a nice fleece. That's like kind of camping style, just like chill that I can wear anywhere. I really want to get a good fleece. Those are always coming very handy. And my last point about building a sense of style is, I know I said don't try and copy a fashion sense, which I don't think you should all the time, but also like be a little bit realistic. Don't think, I don't know, I'm just gonna say this. Also, I've got to say this at the beginning, but everything I say is my opinion. It's not objective. This all could be wrong, and I could be leading you to the worst fashion style ever. But hey, who cares? You're listening, so good luck. Anyways, don't like be realistic with yourself. Don't delude yourself and like think that like you're like some fashion guru and like reinventing the fashion wheel. You definitely can at a certain point, but if you're the type of person, which I think is a lot of people, and it's not a bad thing, that just has like a more basic normal closet and you want to expand that just a little bit, doesn't have to be all the way, then copy people on TikTok. It's a great idea. Find like a content creator that you like, that you think just is cool. They don't even have to be like a fashion specific like influencer or whatever. They could just be like someone that posts like funny skits or whatever, or talks about random stuff, or and it could be anything. It could be anything. If you think that they dress cool, follow them, see their fits, and be like, oh, I like this like red sweater that they're wearing. And then maybe the next time you're out thrifting, you're out at the mall, you'll see something similar and be like, ooh, I want that. I will say, when it comes to copying fits, try and keep it simple, because it's a lot better to have 10 shirts that you can wear in a variety of situations than have like 2 shirts that you can only wear in like specific situations. You know, like you have one shirt that you can only wear in like a going out scenario, and one shirt that you can only wear in like a really business formal scenario, because they were both really expensive and really niche. Like just calm down, you know? Now I'm definitely gonna be putting you on. This person is actually not a good person to copy, because his outfits are like way too complex, if I'm gonna be so real. Like no normal person has like the wallet to finance that. But if you just want to see really cool outfits, and maybe it can inspire you in the same general direction of fashion sense as he has, go search up Wisdom K. Guys, this dude is so cool, bro. I'm like, it is not an understatement at all to say that he is so cool. This is definitely glaze. It is definitely glaze. But I promise you, you can even pause this episode right now. I promise you I'll come back, but pause this episode right now. Go search up Wisdom K on TikTok or on Instagram Reels. This dude's fits are so fire. It's highly likely that you've seen one of his videos before. He does these cool outfits where like he'll dress up as like a certain country, or like people will challenge him, like in the comments they'll be like, oh, I've never seen a good outfit that's like yellow and purple or something, and then he does it, and it's so cool. It's a really like refreshing material of content that shows just like pure self-expression and how creative fashion can be. And how he literally, like every single video as you're scrolling through, it's almost as if you're looking at a different person each time. Going back to what I was saying at the beginning, where I was saying fashion is an opportunity to redefine how you present yourself to the world. He does that in like every single video. Like in every single video, I think of him as a different type of person, because he can put himself off as very formal, very like skater boy, very like surfer, very like from a very niche, like mountainous country, like very cool. If you have fashion or just normal influencers that you think are very cool, then shoot me a DM and tell me them. Girl or boy, does not matter. Wisdom K is just cool. He's just cool. It's the only way to put it. Before I move on to the top 3 worst fashion trends, I want to highlight something. I've been talking about thrifting a lot, and it is an amazing thing to do. That's the only way to put it. Thrifting is an amazing thing to do. Don't think of the clothes at the thrift store as like dirty or like, oh, poor people. No, like when my clothes get small, I go and I take them to the thrift store. Done. That is so similar to like, my friend needs like a pair of jeans. I'm like, oh, hey, you can just have these ones. There's no difference. No difference. And if you're really concerned, hey, you probably have access to a washer. Go wash it. I would say regardless of how the piece of clothing looks, just go wash it, because it's been sitting in like the aisles and people have been touching it and scrubbing through. Just go wash it and it's good as new. Like I promise you guys, soap is so like advanced, you don't even worry about that. And the main point is thrifting is very, very, very good for the environment. Like very good. I pulled up the stat and it says if everyone were to buy just one piece of thrifted clothing, or anything, any one piece of clothing, it would lower carbon emissions by 2 billion pounds. That's a lot. That is equivalent to taking 76 million cars off the road for a day. And so you can help do your part in climate change if you don't want to, like, I think if you're like anti-climate change, I don't think you really can be. But anyways, go do your part. Just go buy a really cool shirt. And also the stuff is like way cheaper. I bought this piece of, it's like a gym shirt. It's like a gray, normal gym shirt. Nothing crazy, just like a gym shirt. That sweats, I use it when I'm running and stuff. If I bought it in a store, like let's say like Nike or like Adidas or just like Sports Check, any brand, that was not going for under $50. That would cost me $50 or $60. I bought it at the thrift store for $5.99. $5.99. And it was the exact same quality as if I were to buy it in store at the mall somewhere. I'm not saying only thrift. I think it's important to have a good balance of like clothes you're buying from a mall and stuff that are new and cool, and thrift. But yeah, go help the environment. Be a cool person, you know? The world is not a perfect place, but your fit can be perfect. So go make it perfect and help the world. Okay, moving on to a very, very, very fun part about this. In my opinion, top 3 worst fashion trends or ideas. If you participate in any of these 3 fashion trends, good for you. I'm very proud that you have found a sense of fashion style that you enjoy and you feel that you can express yourself amazingly in, and you probably look really cool doing it. This is more the way, this is more stuff I would not do. But there's a lot of things that I think are cool that I would not do. It's just stuff that I would not do. Some of them I think people should just not do in general, but that's my opinion. I'm just some random dude talking to a camera right now. I'm not that important, so don't feel offended. Number 1, and this is mainly for dudes because I don't think girls do that much. I've only really seen a lot of like straight males do this, but sagging. Oh my God, sagging. Cut it out. I don't want to see your bum, bro. I don't want to see your underwear I don't want to see your bum just hanging out of your pants. I'm just walking. I'm just trying to go to class or something. I'm just trying to go get breakfast, just take a nice stroll around my block. I don't want to see your bum. Please pull your pants up. Invest in a belt. Thank you. That they should make that illegal, in my opinion. I do think sometimes it looks really cool. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I think it's really cool. But if the outfit was made specifically for that, but even then, like sometimes what I do think is really cool is, okay, this sounds weird, but if you're wearing like a specific type of underwear that has like a really cool like lining at the top, like band at the top, and sometimes it will say something cool or something like, sometimes it would just say Calvin Klein, and that's also cool. Showing that, sometimes I think that is cool. But me personally, I don't want to see your bum, so cool. But if you like that, you do you, and I respect it. Number 2, a lot of people do like this one. Me personally, I don't. I don't like long jorts. I do love jorts. I have a pair of jorts that I wear a lot. But when I say long jorts, I mean the ones that go past your knee, but they don't go down to your ankle. They stop like right in the middle of your calf, kind of. I don't see the appeal. There are times I see people wearing it online and I'm like, okay, I can see, it's kind of cool. For me, I just don't really see the appeal. I could see my mind changing, but I don't really like it that much. And then 3rd, I think this is just like social media and like capitalism, but Labubus, cut it out, bro. They gotta go. I think they're cool. If you think they're cool, and if you want to have that in your room or something, hang it up. Me personally, I don't think they're that cool. Kind of into the whole performative male trend on TikTok, which honestly, I think a lot of the time those outfits that they do in those like performative male trends are actually kind of cool. And no hate, not even trying to build anything here, but matcha is delicious, okay? And I only know of matcha because my girlfriend put me on matcha. But it is delicious. Go give it a try. Seriously. But when it comes to Labubus, I don't really like it that much. Not because it's like a teddy bear or something hanging, more of like what Labubus like stand for in like society, you know? Everyone is just like, oh, Labubu. The 124 karat gold Labubu. Like, you know? It's just like, bruh. Anyways, those are my top 3. And finally, we have reached the last section of this episode, and it is me putting you on the specific stores, 3 stores, kind of. Number 1, this is basic. It can get a little costly, but sometimes not even that bad. Uniqlo. It does not matter Does not matter at all your characteristics, like your gender, age, where you are. It's fire. Uniqlo sells like a lot of good, like basic stuff. A really, really important piece of your closet, I feel, are blank white t-shirts. They are amazing, especially if you're trying to build your fashion sense. I think that's really where you should start. You should get 1 or 2 good pair of jeans. I'd say like a light blue pair of jeans and then maybe a dark blue pair of jeans or like a black pair of jeans. That's like 2 really good pants to start. And then a plain white t-shirt. Like, you can do a lot with those outfits. And when I mean a plain white t-shirt, I mean one that like fit good. Not like oversized, like kind of see-through kind of thing. No, that's what I was wearing. And oh boy, I don't want to show those receipts. But they will really, really, really grow your fashion sense a lot. And Uniqlo just has a lot of really, really, really good basic stuff. They have really good like gray hoodies. I have a gray hoodie from there, like black zip-up hoodie, white t-shirt, different colored, like blank colored things, sweatpants, like a lot of blank colored basic stuff that you need for a closet. I think is important, you know, like a good closet needs basic stuff because you can't be wearing like a bunch of patterns up here with a bunch of different colors and a bunch of patterns up here. Like, that's going to be a headache to look at, respectfully. You need something that's a little plain, something kind of cool. It definitely is possible to do lots of patterns all around. It's just a lot harder to do correctly. So save yourself the time. Go pick up a blank white t-shirt from Uniqlo, or a blank white baby tee or whatever you want to get from there. It's really good. Number 2, this is like a more Gen Z. It's not for Gen Z, but it's ran by like young people. And I found it on Instagram or on TikTok, I think. It's this brand called Deschutes. Guys, oh my god. Oh my gosh, guys. Everything on Deschutes' website is so fire. Like, so fire. They have, like, they're very, like, artistic. Like, they take, like, basic t-shirts or jeans and stuff, and then they add a really nice design on it. And the design is complex in itself, but it comes off so, like, effortless and simple. Like, they have these pair of black jeans that have these, like, cherry blossom trees on, like, I think one of the legs or maybe on the back pocket, but it's just like so nice. It's so nice. Like, anything from that, if you want to go buy me a gift, you know where to go. Deschutes. I think I don't want to spread any misinformation. Let me search up how to spell their name. Yeah, it's DERSCHUTZE. Straight heat, guys. Like, actually, go. I'd be surprised if you didn't like a single thing from their website. They sell both men's and women's clothes, unisex, everything. Go. And then 3rd, don't get mad at me for this one. I know it's a little corny ending, but it is your mind. I know we started off this episode saying maybe you don't have the right clothes in your closet, but the chances are you probably do. You just don't know how to style them yet. Or maybe you're not open to styling them a different way. So doesn't matter how much money you spend or how many cool pieces of clothing you buy. If you cannot allow yourself to feel cool and fashionable in the clothes that you're wearing, even if they are, then it doesn't mean anything. And also, if you can't allow yourself to experiment a little bit with different kinds of styles, then you're not going to find your personalized style. I want to leave it there. No, before I leave it there, I want to say that you also don't need to have one sense of style. Like, I was talking about this in episode 3, I think it was, or maybe 5, where I was talking about making friends. Like, you don't need to put all your eggs in one basket, you know? You don't need to have one fashion sense. I have fashion senses that are a bit more like thrift, cool, vintage vibes, and then I have clothes that I wear to the gym, which is also a fashion sense, which can get sometimes expensive. But it's also fashion sense. You can have like more formal attire. It's also perfectly fine to dress basic as long as you it doesn't matter what you're wearing as long as you feel comfortable in it. And that's what fashion is. Tomorrow morning, or whatever morning you're listening to this, it's not even in the morning, at any point in time, you have the opportunity to open your closet and redefine how the people around you will see you. I encourage all of you guys to take up that opportunity. Don't overthink it. Just take it slow and build a closet that you feel comfortable wearing. So I hope this helped you guys, because it certainly helped me. It made me feel a lot more excited about going thrifting soon, and my closet and all that kind of stuff. If you have really cool outfits that you have recently worn or are wearing now, whatever, you want to shoot me a photo on Instagram, send it. I love how you guys actually like engage with me. It's really fun. Like all the time, I'll finish an episode, and people will respond. They DM me on Instagram, being like, "Oh, this is that. I like the episode," or they'll tell me like, "Oh, I really like what you said about this, but have you thought about this?" So feel free. If there's something that you want to be, if you want to hear talked about on this podcast, click the link in my bio on Instagram. My Instagram account is jerome.mbaga, jerome.mbaga. There's a link in my bio, and there's a place where you can click a button and you can submit your thoughts. And it's anonymous if you want it to be, or you can put your name. Yeah, thank you so much for listening. Please drop a follow, and add it to your library, post notifications on whatever platform you're on. And I can't wait to see you guys next Thursday. Thanks so much, crew. Have a great week. Bye-bye.